Yeah, nah, this is how we go down. Let's get it. Are we gonna be like, well, what right do you have to talk about anime?
Just straight blows to the gut with blood shooting out their mouth. I love those. I want to see motherfuckers get hurt.
Coming to you live.
I will probably pick the dub 90% of the time. Fuckos.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and whatever you say. That shit is gangsta as fuck and it's anime. Eat my ass, eat my dick. I don't give a fuck who you are.
That shit almost killed me, man.
Coming to you live from the Brutality Express. It's your boy Jay West here with my co-host Mac East, and the next stop is Evil Town.
What up, nerds? It's me, Mac East. I thought you was gonna sleep on Evil Town for a little bit here, but alright, cool.
Yeah, man. First off, I just would like to say, I thought I hated Bloodsea the most, and I think that's a fucking gem now.
Okay, I missed it. We're talking Violence Jack.
You don't even know.
We're talking Violence Jack, Evil Town. It is a movie from the 80s.
Does it reek of the 80s?
Yeah, the soundtrack is super 80s. The animation is
terrible.
60s.
It's like 30 frames per second.
And maybe it's because we got it free on YouTube. I don't know.
Dude.
By the way, you guys can watch this on YouTube.
Oh, it did not age well. It did not age well.
So the reason we watched this, it kept coming up on like the list of most brutal animes, goriest animes, and let's just say it kind of disappointed a little bit.
As we sip these mules real fast. All right.
So let's give a quick rundown. So
nothing happens for the first 30 minutes of the movie. It's 54 minutes long.
So
yeah, exactly.
Japan gets hit by
an earthquake.
It gets buried underground. So there's these three factions living underneath, and they make up Evil Town.
Listen, there's a total of like 34 people underground.
So they're digging, trying to get to the surface, and they find this fucking giant dude just covered in fucking badass hair, and his name is
Violence Jack.
You know what? I'm gonna play the clip of him saying his name because it's pretty fucking fun. The voice acting, guys, some of the worst you'll ever hear, and it's just top notch, terrible.
And may I inquire what your name might be?
I don't have a name.
Oh, yes, I understand. You probably got amnesia. It's not uncommon in trauma cases.
However,
He just slapped a knife down.
this jackknife has lent me its name, so call me Jack. Call me Violence Jack.
Oh my god.
Alright, so
Violence Jack.
that's what we're dealing with here, guys, and it's
rough. This whole fucking thing was rough.
I popped pretty hard for that line, though.
Violence Jack.
Yo, the pause.
Violence Jack.
By the way, his switchblade is like a katana.
It's like a fucking sword.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's
this
insane.
motherfucker is 3 people wide. His bicep is literally the size of like a human torso.
Yo, he's so jacked.
It's unbelievable.
So anyway, these people find them from Section A, and then they're beefing with Section B, who are like this motorcycle gang.
They suck. They're the weirdest motherfuckers. Literally Streets of Rage characters.
Yeah, they're Streets of Rage characters big time. Anyway, the first time we see them roll up on Jack just punts one of their motorcycles with one of them on it.
Yo, it was absurd.
And then he just like stomps the dude to death.
But the animation, ugh.
So basically there are these two factions. They're like, yo, what up with this dude Jack? Everybody says Jack a lot in this movie.
Yeah, they fucking do.
So the leader of Section B is also a ginormous dude. He's got like a burned out eye socket. And he hangs out with like this, I believe it's a trans woman?
It's well, if it's anything like, alright, I don't know, Streets of Rage came out probably after that, but it looks like Poison.
Oh yeah? So it's unclear, but it's kind of hinted at a bunch of times. Anyway, so the big dude, Mr.
I feel like I
Butt
got
Wipe.
you missed the butt wipe.
Yeah, so this big guy who's the leader of the motorcycle gang, Mr. Butt Wipe is what Jack calls him.
Oh, Mr. Butt Wipe.
No, Captain Butt Wipe.
Was it Captain Butt Wipe?
Yeah, it's Captain
Butt Wipe. Sick burn.
Which is really funny because the whole movie, they, like, really curse. Like, I've never seen cursing.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
There's this
You
point...
have to fucking die.
There's this point where, like, the Section B, the motorcycle gang, are, like, shopping for food. Well, they're basically pillaging food from the supermarket. And this chick is, like, looking at them. They're taking these fucking drugs to, like...
Horny goat weed, basically.
Yeah, they're basically drinking the horny goat weed.
Like, it makes you horny. So
The old Spanish fly.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you guys are, like, dicks or whatever. And they're like, you're just jealous. And then she, like, says some shit. And then the one guy flips her off and goes, sit on this and swivel, dyke.
It was
And it's
fucking
like,
amazing.
it's like, yo, like, the level of, like, just, I've never heard this kind of language in an anime before.
Well, because it was the 80s. And, like, this kind of makes it more believable. I remember, this is going to be a weird story, guys. So, my mom used to get, like, all this stuff from the Sci-Fi Channel, and, like, these things in the mail, and, like, anime convention stuff. And I would be like, oh, what's this cartoon? She's like, those are not cartoons for kids. And, like, I remember I saw Akira, and it was fucking gross, and it was on at, like, 11 o'clock at night. Like, I wasn't supposed to be watching this. And most of those animes, like... That's why. Because this shit was straight up just violence, cursing. This movie has a lot of rape.
Oh, it's a lot of rape, guys.
Like, and this is going to sound fucked up, but some of the rape scenes are borderline hilarious at just how badly done they are.
Yeah.
They don't make any sense.
Not to make light of rape, this movie just poorly depicts it.
Like, oh, it's so insane. It's so fucking insane. This film is just... It goes from nothing to then there's just a fucking menagerie of bullshit.
There are 2 mass rape scenes. It's...
and you heard that right. Mass.
Yeah.
Multiple people are being raped at the same time.
By multiple people.
Oh.
So that's like the one cool thing about this movie is Section A is who we meet first, and they find Violence Jack. And they're like, yo, Jack, come chill with us. We need you. You're like a big dude. You can protect us. He's like, cool.
I got you.
You guys saved me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So then when all the groups meet up, Section A tells Jack that they don't know nothing about Section C. And then when all the groups meet up, Section C rolls up. And it's all women. And they're like, yo, Jack, come join us, please. Because Section A fucking raped us as soon as this thing went down. And then you see the Section A guys. Yo, it's so annoying, though. Because they all just, like, hang their heads like they're, like, ashamed of their fucking actions. When they're just horrible pieces.
Yo, but when they cut to the scene of the actual mass rape, it's really fucked up, man.
And then, so there's this great line, though. The main chick from Group C, she goes... As soon as we got locked down here, she says they started to change. And then she says, nah, they didn't change. Their true natures were just revealed.
Yeah.
And it's like this, it's pretty cool in that sense, but it's...
What did the one guy say?
Jesus, it's horrific, though.
Either you're going to lose your life or do the least of the two and fuck me, you stupid bitch, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Some absurd line where he's basically saying that the rape was the least of her problems.
Yeah, so Officer Calamari, you heard it right, Calamari, who sounds like Willem Dafoe.
Yo,
you can't convince me Willem Dafoe didn't do voice acting in the 80s and was a part of this, because he sounds just like Willem Dafoe.
Yo, back in the 80s, they didn't always credit people, too.
No, yeah.
So it's a possibility.
Anyway, yeah, so he's Officer Calamari, Willem Dafoe.
Stupid-ass name. I mean, we don't know that, but...
Who, by the way, is, like, killing children in the beginning of the movie because they stole food.
I mean, that should have been the first reveal to his character, like, to show how fucked up of a ninja... Like, some guy stole ham.
Yeah. By the way, people are eating bugs.
Yeah,
bugs and rats.
roaches.
There's no... Yo, there's this
those
point...
kids get mad height.
Yeah, there's this point where this kid catches a roach, and he's like, yo, let me show you how to eat that. This other kid. And he's like, first you got to rip off their legs so they can't get away. And then they show the kid ripping off the legs. And he's like, this right here is an egg sac. It'll make you sick. And he, like, pulls off the egg sac from the roach. And then
he's like, now you pull the head off.
He's like, make sure you chew it good. And then the kid starts fucking... He's hyped. He fucking just chomps down on this roach. That was rough. That was pretty fucking gross.
And this one kid shows up with 2 rats. He's like, look what I got. And everyone's like, oh, he has rats! And they bug the fuck out.
By the way, then the adults come through with Violence Jack, and the kids are like, "Oh, look how cool this guy is!" And they're like, "You go play, kids!" And they're like, "Never mind, these kids eating fucking cockroaches." Oh my god.
It's fucking gross.
Anyway, so Violence Jack joins up with the chick. They go, "Please help us," and he goes, "I don't have a reason not to." And then that's it. That's how the movie goes. He just joins with them. And then the rest of the movie is the two groups trying to rape these groups of women, and Violence Jack just kicking all their asses.
Well, I mean, there is that invasion from Group B to Group A. And
First Group B kills Group A, basically. Calamari betrays Group A.
He starts shooting people in the fucking face. Well, more in the head.
It was cool. Yeah, there's a point where this dude gets shot right through the head, and he's like, I told you I gave up.
And it was crazy.
He got a giant hole in his head.
He got shot clear in the forehead and was still talking.
Yeah, that shit.
I surrendered to you.
That shit is hilarious. What? I should have pulled that one up. But anyway.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so basically.
After then Jack rolls through. And then they all like leave. It's kind of like a fight, right?
Yeah, Jack kicks some ass, and then he ends up fighting the big dude from Section B.
Beats his ass, and then they all like
that fight is good.
Away.
That fight's pretty. I mean, the animation again is horrible. But
I like the one. There's one scene where he brings his he Polish hammers him in the back.
Yeah, and then he picks him up. He does like a gut wrench suplex. Yeah, like the Cesaro gut wrench. To the fucking...
And he fucking slams him in the floor and blood shoots out of his mouth.
Of course, blood shoots out of his mouth.
Ah, that's the sound
it's science. If you fall on your back, blood shoots out your mouth.
Every time.
I don't even need to ask a scientist. I just know that that's true. So Violence Jack is throwing this dude around. He actually gets Violent Jack in a sleeper hold for a while. And then...
yeah, that was a dumb idea.
Yeah, Violence Jack no-sells everything.
Yo, he literally is just... It's insane. Like, he just doesn't fucking flinch.
So somehow Jack tosses this dude aside, and then he's like, gotta go save the chicks. And then he's just running. And then the women are just being massively raped. They all get their clothes ripped off by this group of bikers.
There's one scene where the dude's running, and as he's running, he's just ripping, like, her papier-mâché clothes are just being destroyed.
It's horrible. It's so... Oh my god. I don't know what was going on in this time in the 80s, but Jesus Christ. And I know Japan, Japanese anime in particular, they have a lot of this kind of stuff, but
this was rampant.
I have never seen it this explicit. It's...
Yo, motherfucker, like, every woman had somebody inside them. That one chick was just getting it doggy style, crying. Like,
yo, and intense. Then Calamari tries to rape the main woman.
Again.
And he gets killed by the transgender woman. Blue is her name. And then she starts trying to rape the woman.
Yeah, he starts like licking her titties and shit.
Oh, it's so gross too, because you hear the slurping sounds.
And then Jack shows up in the nick of time to stop the rape. And
he cuts her head off.
Cuts her fucking head off clean.
And then he just kills every rapist. He cuts one dude's head, and his eyeball just like falls out.
Oh, dude, he slid across the eyeballs? Yeah, that was intense.
The other dude he cuts in half, and his guts just go flying.
He cut one dude completely in half from the head down. That was awesome. He just kind of opened up.
Yeah, all with a switchblade, by the way.
That's not a switchblade, dude. It's like a fucking claymore.
But... So he like cuts every one of these dudes up, and then the women get out, and then the villain, the main bad guy from Section B.
Oh, this part is so weird.
He starts. Yeah, this might be nominated for hardest scene to watch.
He finds his dead girlfriend's head. He's like, "You're the one I always loved." By the way, he has a very thick New York accent.
Oh, they all do. Well, pretty much everybody.
And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, you feel so good. You're the best I ever had." They cut to a scene, and he's having sex with her decapitated skull.
And then he's like, "I'll see you in hell, but you're gonna be inside me." And then he fucking, I don't know what happens. I don't know if
he's like just fucking the skull, and then transforms into a monster.
Yeah, his skin bursts, and he gets like claws.
His bones just start protruding out. And
this dude had no teeth really, like his teeth were rotted, and then he just grows these like monster teeth.
Well, he's a monster, so.
And then he has this like twitch to him. He's like, you can't see it, but he twitches, and he's like, Jack.
He just says that. He's like, Jack. Blah. And he just starts running as fast as he can on all fours.
Pull up a clip. But yeah, so he's like running towards Jack, and Jack, it's pretty cool actually. Jack's standing at the exit to Japan. And this dude rolls up, and he's like, "Yo, I know you dreamt about getting out of here, but you're not getting out of here. You can't poison Japan." He's like, I'm not letting you poison the world that's left. And he's like, I'm just gonna fucking kill you here. And then this dude's like, fuck you, Jack.
That's pretty accurate.
And then they just start fighting. And it's fucking hilarious.
The fight wasn't so bad.
The animation turns really horrible though at some point.
It's weird. They do a lot. I don't even know what the technique is called, but basically everything loses color except for the blood.
Yeah, it turns all red.
Oh yeah, no, that got weird. There's a point where Jack gets stabbed in the head. Oh, that's the clip you're gonna play?
Nah, go ahead. Keep talking.
All right, this fucking guy. All right, so Jack gets stabbed in the fucking skull.
I'm gonna just play this clip.
You put up a good fight, Jack. Level with me, you're not human at all, are you, eh?
This game's over, and now you die!
Is that the dude from He-Man? Oh my god. Oh,
Now you die! By the way, Jack doesn't speak almost at all in the movie.
but that, yo. Oh, fuck, man.
Here's some 80s music for you. Oh, now he's talking to it. Listen.
There you are, I was looking for you. Well, you're all here. I told you that we'd all be reunited here in hell. Have some fun here together.
That's blood squirting from his mouth. Yeah, so Jack, that was Jack's when he goes, die! That's Jack stabbing him in the head with his fucking switchblade.
And now you die!
That's my favorite part of the whole fucking movie, man.
And that's basically the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's really cool. I actually really like that part because then he's like talking to Blue and like his like henchmen. And he's already dead, but he's like walking around and still talking in our world. But he's like talking to them in hell. It's like, that's like a really cool scene. I like that shit.
That's interesting.
Because he does tell her, well, he tells her corpse anyway that he's going to see her in hell.
I guess there's some hell. Also, I didn't know it was Japan until the end of the movie.
That's true because they all got New York accents. I thought for sure this was New York.
And they're all just sitting there and they're like, oh no, everything's so bad, come look at this. And basically all of Japan, which literally looks like maybe the size of a football stadium.
You know what? You guys need, go ahead, keep talking. You guys need to hear the main female, her voice, because it's horrible.
And there's this crater with like 6 buildings.
This is the end. I thought they were going to talk.
You were fucking raw.
Alright, picture them standing titties out.
Oh my god, everyone's tits are out because of the mass rape.
Okay, my bad, guys. I fucked this up bad.
Terrible! Amy's seen something over there. We better go and see what it is.
This is the main protagonist woman.
What is it, Amy? Hurry up! Isn't it terrible? Oh, what a disaster! Oh, no.
Oh.
The city's a total wasteland.
Yeah, so what you just heard was their reaction to seeing Japan destroyed.
It was like 6 buildings.
Yeah.
Everything around Japan, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, I guess. It's like, but not as fucked up as, I guess, Tokyo.
It has to be. They say Japan. Yeah, that has to be like a bad dub because it has to be Tokyo.
It's just like basically, but it's not even that big.
It's not all of Japan. It can't be. There's multiple islands.
And it's just weird because it's like they can't be the only people that exist.
Yeah, so it's weird. They find Japan. They get out and they see Japan's. It's almost like fucking Planet of the Apes or something. I don't know what they expected to find after a mass earthquake that buried the entire city. But they find it, and then she goes, ah.
Oh my god, the weird moaning sounds. That happens a couple times. Like people just say, ah, It's like, what the fuck was that
Oh
for?
my god. Anyway,
That's a description of their feelings.
the acting is the voice acting is the worst.
Oh man, I don't even know what to fucking talk else about this movie because we just basically covered it.
Yeah. So
You called it fucking 20 minutes.
all right.
So before we get to our reviews of Violence Jack, we'll take a listen to a trailer from our buddies over at Cartoon Dumpster Dive. They also watch crappy cartoons and talk about them. So here it is.
Cartoon Dumpster Dive.
I'm your host, Joel.
And I'm your host, Andrew. Join us as we travel back in time to watch the garbage cartoons from your past. Will you remember them? Maybe.
We painstakingly watch every episode of these cartoons to remind you that, hey, some things belong in the past.
Our pain is your entertainment. Thanks for tuning in. That's it. That's the trailer.
So let's do ratings. Fuck it. There's a nice quick episode.
This is definitely a 1. No, this is a 0.5. Fuck this.
0.5.
0.5. I thought Blood Sea was bad. Like, I don't know. I can't compare this to anything like I've ever seen. This was fucking bad.
I'm gonna say this. It is the most unique anime I've ever seen.
Nope, not unique.
Because-
it's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's what
I've
I
seen
mean.
tons of anime with rape. I've seen
No, it's not the rape.
oversized motherfuckers beating the shit out of people.
Fine, it has plenty of tropes, but this mismatch plus the terrible voice acting.
Voice acting.
Oh my god.
No, it's 0.5 for me. This was bad. This did not age well. I don't know how. Like, I guess because of the sheer, just unadulterated violence. That's why people are like, "This is the most violent."
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's pretty ruthless.
It's gotta be the
at its core.
necrophilia and the rape that really get people. Because other than that, the violence isn't that bad.
Yeah, Bunny Blender beats this whole movie.
Yeah, that one scene is gonna beat most things. I don't know how that doesn't win bloodiest, but okay. So I'm gonna go. Would you go 0.5?
0.5.
I got a couple chuckles. I'm gonna go 1 because I chuckled a lot. And I think the scene where he's making out with the decapitated head.
He wasn't making out. He was fucking the head.
Well, first he makes out with a lot of spit too.
Oh, no, that was blood. That was blood.
Anyway, I'm gonna nominate that one for hard to watch or something because I like it. But
the necrophilia skull fucking.
Yeah, necrophilia skull fucking. Oh, what's that scene too? They're like driving up these motorcycle dudes. They're like, let's go kill them all to Section A. And they're like, what about the women? And they go, let's fuck them and then kill them.
Yeah. It's fucking absurd.
And Jay's like, that's the title of this episode.
Fuck them and kill them. Fuck them and kill them.
Anyway, I don't know if that'll be the name, but you'll see. But anyway, so I'm going to give it a 1. I probably wouldn't recommend people watching this.
Yeah, no. Just look up, I don't know, violent compilation from Violence Jack and just get the whole movie done. Because literally the first 30 minutes is nothing, just a bunch of random standing and, Jack.
I think
Jack.
I think if it didn't have the novelty of being like a crappy 80s movie, it would be less than a 1 for me. It would definitely be like a 0.5. But I think the novelty of it just gets me.
You got caught up in the gimmick.
I have a special place in my heart for shittily animated animes that are just like badly acted.
Just anything 80s that's over the top bad you love.
I
love that cheesy shit, man. And you know what? I love the cheesy shit, but this is not going to pass.
You're right, because this dragged ass for like a good
so
while.
Bad.
It starts off
How much death was in this movie? You counted, right?
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28 deaths. That's not too bad.
That's
for
not
40
too
minutes,
bad.
For 40 minutes, that's not bad.
Yeah, but for 40 minutes, nothing happens.
It beats Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah, but Vampire Hunter D at least had some substance.
Okay, Vampire Hunter D, if we're going to compare them, is a better movie because D is a cooler...
Just as bad as animated. Just as badly animated.
Yeah, but D is a cooler... I don't know about that. This is a bad animated. But D is a better
I think that's what
protagonist.
I said. Just as badly animated.
No, I think D is better, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
just
I think...
The moving like the strings.
I know, but the last fight in this movie we just watched.
It was so weird. It was just all red.
The entire screen is red.
Nothing makes sense.
I couldn't see anything. And then he yells, "Die!"
Now you die.
Yeah, it's okay.
It sounds like He-Man when he says, "I have the power."
It does sound like.
That's
He-Man.
why I don't know, man. I gotta see.
That guy's not a
voice.
good voice actor either. It could be that
Never
guy.
was. Never
By the way,
was.
IMDb was not helping me with voice actors.
Guess what? Around the same time too.
Yeah, I was looking for voice actors on IMDb. This movie must not have given out credits for voice.
A lot of animes didn't give out credits, even in the 90s.
Because they had a lot of the Japanese cast. It didn't have the English dub.
Dude,
cast.
in the first Resident Evil video game, there's live action actors that aren't even credited.
I remember that. Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
So I would give this a 1 just on the novelty. Which I don't recommend. By the way, when we say numbers, we mean out of 5.
Yeah.
We didn't make that clear last time. I just want to make that clear. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Ever.
Brutality, I guess. Yeah. I guarantee you. Look,
Headshots galore. Fine. I mean, it was brutal. It was gross at points.
I was reading the reviews on IMDb, and there were people offended by this movie. Like, it was hilarious. That's what got me so hyped for it. People were offended.
It's kind of just overall. Okay, I don't even want to say the sentence, but like you. All right, I'm not going to say the sentence.
It's
a lot of it's
Jay out here trying to get us canceled.
It's overall a lot of the scenes are almost comedic at this point. That's right. How bad they look.
Yeah,
right?
That's the thing. The brutality isn't brutal. It's comical because it's so bad.
Fucking bad.
And they didn't put any care into trying to make it brutal either. They were just like,
I can't believe this is the shit that was shipped to us, and we were like, oh my god, yes!
More of this, please.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm going to say that didn't happen with this. It got shipped here, but we were not like, more of this, please.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
I mean, I'm sure there were the nerds in the comic book stores in the 80s like, did you see this crazy movie?
Yeah, man, mass rape. I can't believe there was a fucking systematic mass rape of about 10 people.
Twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so don't watch this.
Literally, there's 28 deaths, and some of them come from the rapes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't count them, but after the first set of rapes, they kill themselves. That's not funny.
It was fucked up because they were like, yo, they couldn't deal. The first rape scene was pretty graphic.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. I don't want to nominate that for hard to watch. I don't want to keep nominating rape stuff for hard to watch.
It's weird though because in all these like era of brutality stuff that we're covering, there's always rape. There was something with the 80s and rape.
Yeah, Vampire D had some rapey stuff too. It didn't go that far, but it had some of that.
I don't know what the deal is. I mean, even in today's anime, I mean hentai and all that, it's someone
a little more.
Somebody is I don't understand the process in someone's brain where they're like, yeah, rape, that's dope.
Look, I'm not gonna even.
They're trying to show you how bad these people are, I guess.
See that at least in the 80s, that like it pisses me off when shit like, not to get on a fucking tangent here too big because we're about to end this episode. But like when Master Roshi's like doing some real creepy rapey type shit or fucking.
Yeah, but he's just there's a difference between rapey and pervy.
Yeah, but he be groping broads constantly, man.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Young Bulma, who's like 16 in Dragon Ball.
That's not rape. That's molestation.
In Dragon Ball, he constantly is trying to grope Bulma.
That's weird.
And what's her name? Launch.
Really?
Yeah.
I never really watched Dragon Ball like that.
No, Dragon Ball is cool. Anyway.
Yeah, so fuck Violence Jack. Don't if you really want to watch it, by all means, fine.
Look, if you're into like really, really hokey stuff like I am, you'll think it's a 1. So do with that what you will.
But for this one, I cannot wait till we are done with this and are on to the next one.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna hit the ending now. We'll do the ending stuff.
I'm Jay West for Mac East, and we're fucking out of here.
We fucked it up.
Holy shit! There's no way.
Dude, social media.
All right. You could follow us on Twitter at We Get Dubbed. You could also follow us on Instagram at We Get Dubbed.
Check out our website, wegetdubbed.com. You can find all of the nominees for the Era of Brutality on there.
And all of the position rankings and the kill counts and other things.
We'll keep all that shit up. I'm going to make a kill count graph. It'll be fun, morbid shit. If you think that's morbid, fuck you. But
it's really not that morbid, but somebody probably will.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's Halloween time, so... Anyway, so this is the
Welcome
ending.
to Spooksville.
We failed another ending. Sorry, guys.
I really thought we were ending.
No, we're never going to nail it. We'll never nail it.
All right. Anyway, we're out. Hit that outro.
This guy's stealing my lines now.
Hey, Jay West here alongside Mac East from the We Get Dub podcast.
Have you ever listened to a podcast and thought, I could do it better than those guys?
Damn right.
Well, Anchor's the place for you. It's a free app that has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add music. You can add sound effects. It's real dope.
Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast so it can be heard on multiple platforms such as Spotify and iTunes. You could also make money from your podcast with no minimum. It's basically everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So take it from us, download the free Anchor app, or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Maryland, right?
Oh my god. Yo, Jeff.
Yo,
I'm in. I can't listen no more.
you said you're in?
I'm in this here recording.
All right.
Finish.